Autistic people are people. Sounds simple, but often forgotten. In this video, I will be answering the question, what is autism? Please don't forget to check out the website www.liamtheteacher.com. Please do not forget to like, share and subscribe, and without further ado, here goes. So how do we describe an autistic individual really? Aside from the often described challenges related to social etiquette and interaction, repetitive but self-regulatory movements, stimming, sensory input differences, and requirements for routines, structure, and sameness, to name but a few. An autistic individual may be described as a neurodiverse minority with a distinctly unique way of experiencing, coping with, and communicating within the world. Imagine how it feels to be constantly told no, maybe not directly but in lots of different ways, to the inherent things you do, to self-regulate for your own enjoyment no less, but also because you feel like doing them. Take a second to imagine what that would feel like over a course of time. In answer to the question, being an autistic person can be hard because the majority of answers orientated around understanding. Now that went two ways, the understanding of other people towards autistic people, or the understanding of autistic people of other people. There seemed to be a greater emphasis on not feeling understood. Autistic people seem different from the perspective of neurotypical, but then neurotypical seem very different from the perspective of autistic people. It really depends who's looking and what they're perceiving as well. Autistic people have certain characteristics of a particular segment of the human way of experiencing the world. But isn't this just like other humans? To date, there are nearly 8 billion people in the world, yet every single individual perceives things at least slightly different from everybody else, to more or lesser degrees of course. Why should we then highlight a particular segment of human experience, i.e. autistic people, and say, no, you're wrong? You need to change to match everything else. Let's focus on inclusivity. Let's focus on what can and can't work here. Let's enable everyone to communicate. Let's allow everyone to have a two-way mutual understanding. Shouldn't, like all other people with inherently different characteristics, whoever they may be, shouldn't then autistic people be accepted the same, with the same grace, patience and understanding, rather than no nor to you? Perhaps autistic people exist in a way that isn't positive, negative, special or shameful. Perhaps they just exist. And perhaps their characteristics can be mourned or celebrated. Just like everybody else, we all have characteristics which can be mourned or celebrated. Isn't that then the same conclusion that is describing a particular segment of human experience? Not a deficit, a particular segment of human experience. Comes back to the same question. It's a case of not only translating, but it's a case of realizing that there is a need for translation in the first place. Isn't it up to us all to bridge those gaps in communication in a dignified and mutually respectful manner? Once again, it's been a pleasure to have you, and please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Please also have a look at the Liam the Teacher website at www.liamtheteacher.com, and that's for more videos but also downloadable PDF resources. Thank you again, and I hope to see you very, very soon.